Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Outside, Renetti!
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Check 52.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Yo, Lee! Monday! 61, matchbox.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
Let's go.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's go, defense.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Check, check.
One.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Undercrush, blue dog Quarkus, blue dog Quarkus.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
One.
Throwing is Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Third and 13.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Slant. Check 43.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Rewind. Gun.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Flacco to throw again on 2nd down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left yards on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike.
5-0.
Let him know.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Hey,
Mike 55. We got it.
Hey, Foxtrot.
55.
Gun.
55. Hey, eat.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Target.
Okay, hot set, wait.
Check 3. Mike 55. Watch the curve.
Monday, that's left.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They go pass again with Flacco. They'll roll him out right. Airing it out for Hamilton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Three.
Hey, let's go.
From the gun, Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Titans first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
Bring it, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the back, watch the back. One. Get. Hey, turn.
Mariota hands to Henry. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check. Watch the safety creep. Check. Lucky.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
It's our time. Check three. Tight dog. 47 Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Check 37.
After the penalty, it's Henry, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
47's the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
Rush in. Watch twist.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Henry's got it out on the left side. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Mariota's throw caught by another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19.
First down, Titans.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. 1st and 10 at the 19.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Line it up.
The mic. 47's the mic.
Switch.
Throwing, Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Mike 51. Mike 51. 51, Mike. Mike 51.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? This is that mythological thing that we do. If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey, check right. Gun. No.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check 24.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, watch that.
51. Hey, orbit.
54. Bring it.
Flacco from the gun. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin.
Let's go. Pick it up, Pete.
Monday. You're over here. You're over here.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
So don't say nothing.
Monday. That's left. Go.
On first down, Flacco. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jarrell Casey in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Get that
Gun.
On second down, a run with Lindsey.
Switch out.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
I'm going to run you over. Kill.
Hey, Monday.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
Here it comes. Check. 55 to Mike. Check.
From the gun, Flacco. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. To throw is Mariota. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Gun.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Gun.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Brave.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Passing play, Flacco. Over the middle, complete. It's Lindsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Check 99. Check 99. Mike's 54. Mike's
Hey!
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Gun!
Shoot.
Be wide!
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Hey,
First and 10 here for Flacco. He finds Riddick complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
47, check my 47. I got you, punk.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota, and the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Shoot. Slam.
Third and long here for Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Monday, that's left.
Flare. Check 4.
On red. Hey, exit.
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Watch out.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check right. Watch it, 5. I'm here.
Gun. Hey, yellow.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Hey,
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check it back, check it back.
Hey, Alpha.
Switch. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Escaping the press. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone.
3.
51 to Mike. 51. Hey, man. What?
One.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Think you gonna get
One.
You think you gonna get this?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. We got the ball. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now Mariota. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for the rookie A.J. Brown there. And it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Take it at the 37. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. This is more where I came from.
Here we go, D. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Gun. 3 down.
Here's Riddick. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
We all red. Check. Crunch. Mike.
Topper.
Double dog. That's the way.
Gun. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Check 49. You're over here. 55. Mike 55.
22 jet bomber.
SOS.
Look at your hot step. Wait.
36.
Now it's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Joker. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
2nd down and goal. Flacco. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Check three.
Monday. Yes.
54 Mike. All you get is a headache. Mike 5-4.
3 wide. Gun.
Now it's Flacco. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Mariota now to throw on first down. Throw right side, caught by Davis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Push him back. Push him back. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
One.
51's the mic, boy. 51.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. 7 yards there and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
One.
51, Mike. Mike 51. You don't want nothing.
A first down throw for Mariota. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Where are they, team?
A first down carry for Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the Broncos' 44-yard line.
3.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47. Check tight. Hey, check.
From the 44, Mariota. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Single. Check 9.
One.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. It's a give to Freeman running right. He finds an opening past the 40, the 40, the 30, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. That's a pretty quick resound drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Here's Flacco, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mariota on first down. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Don't be scared of it.
Move, fellas. Let's go. 47's the mic. Hey, I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Flush to his right. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
55, right there in the middle, 59.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey, he'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Protein spill.
25, check 25, check 25.
Gun.
Motion.
Flacco looks to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Titans take over the schedule at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Mike 51, Mike 51. 51's the Mike. What we got?
From the gun, Mariota. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota caught right side. It's Lewis. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They go for just one here as it's up and good, and that will shave one more off this lead. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Check, wait. Okay, in.
55 to Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the Broncos, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2 and 4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.